In 2025, water bills are hitting harder than ever. In some areas, they've jumped by 24% over the past 5 years. And for many homeowners, the reason isn't obvious at all. It's not always because of long showers or a bigger lawn. More often, it's silent, hidden waste. So in this video, I will show you how to spot the waste, get rebates for water-saving upgrades, choose smarter tools, and pick the right plants that cut your bill without giving up a green yard or your comfort. Let's start where most of your water gets used, but rarely noticed: the toilet. One Reddit user had no idea until he found a worn flapper valve leaking silently 24/7. It could have wasted from 50 to 200 gallons daily, which is around $130 a month for water no one used. And the fix, ironically, was quite simple: a $5 flapper and no tools needed. In places like California, you might even get one for free. And a food coloring test shows leaks in minutes. If the color ends up in the bowl, you've got a problem. But even if it's leak-free, an older toilet might still be draining money. Pre-1994 models flush up to 7 gallons. Modern WaterSense toilets use just 1.28 or 0.8 with dual flush. That upgrade alone can save 13,000 gallons a year. But if you're not ready to replace it, dual flush conversion kits cost around $25 to $35, and you install it within minutes. Want a quieter fix? Lower the float in your tank. Less water per flush, same power. If your toilet refills slowly, it could be sediment in the fill valve. A $15 replacement brings it back to speed. Old fixtures don't just drip, they gush. A dripping faucet might not seem urgent, but at just 1 drip per second, it can waste over 3,000 gallons a year. And even more if the leak is faster. That's enough water for more than 180 showers. At average rates, that silent leak could drain $70 or more every year from your wallet. And if your shower head says 2.5 GPM or more, you're sending 25 gallons down the drain with every 10-minute rinse. WaterSense certified models bring that down from 1.2 to 2.0 GPM without losing pressure. Moen Align and Kohler Awaken are solid picks, but some users report issues with quality, limited replacement parts, and restricted availability outside the brand's official websites. So double-check reviews before buying. Want a faster fix? Screw-on aerators cost under $5 and cut flow without changing the feel. Motion sensor faucets are even better in bathrooms, stopping waste between tasks. In the kitchen, a spray nozzle helps use less water for rinsing. And a double sink? Well, then fill one side for washing, one for rinsing. There is no need to run the tap nonstop. Old top-load washing machines are quiet water hogs. A top loader from before 2011 can burn 30 to 40 gallons per load. Energy Star front loaders use just 10 to 14 at around 13 gallons, with rebates up to $400 in states like California, Texas, and New York. And while hand-washing dishes feels thrifty, it is not. Most modern dishwashers use just 3 to 5 gallons per cycle, compared to 20+ gallons from a running faucet. A running faucet can use 4 times that. And some cities like El Paso offer free kits with aerators, dye tablets, and low flow heads, so you can try before purchasing. And that's just one example of how small upgrades or simple habits can make a big difference. Let's look at a few more fixes that are low cost, low effort, and easy to do yourself. Not every water-saving improvement requires a plumber. Insulating hot water pipes means less waiting and less waste. A shower timer or a flow meter helps to track real usage. And checking your water pressure not too high, not too low, prevents leaks, and boosts efficiency. Just screw a $10 pressure gauge onto your outdoor spigot. Turn the tab. If it reads over 80 psi, that's too high. If it's under 40, that's also a problem because that's too low. Most homes are best at 45 to 60 psi, and even your AC can help. Most systems drip 5 to 20 liters of clean condensate per day. Collect it and water your garden for free. And a few habits, like filling the sink instead of running the tap, don't need permission, just attention. So, do you keep an eye on your water use or only notice when the bill gets painful? Drop a comment and share your habits or tips. You might help someone else catch a leak before it costs them. But saving water doesn't stop at the sink. Step outside and you'll find that the biggest leaks aren't always in the pipes. Sprinklers are easy, but wasteful when left unchecked. They water during rain, they flood driveways, and they run on autopilot long after your lawn's had enough. Lawn care expert John Perry shares how to water smarter using real lawn care data.
I think for a lot of people, a more efficient watering system is the most important thing. So perhaps it's swapping heads out on an existing lawn and getting more lower flow, but looking at things like ET controllers that are going to, tell your system like, hey, there's this much evapotranspiration that happened. We're going to go ahead and water. So it's on more of a system that's actually monitoring. So it's not just set it and forget it, which is where I think is probably the worst American mentality. I'm going to put it that way. Like that it is what it is. It's you set the timer and you never change it. And then you wonder either why it's all brown or why it's always soaking wet. You don't really ever change your model. So using more technology would be extremely beneficial for most people who are trying to keep their lawn, trying to save their lawn, and trying to work through restrictions. Years ago, here, so this is going back probably to 2000, 2001 kind of time frame. If you were to put on a receiver and have an ET controller, then you did not have to follow the watering restrictions set forth by your water district because it was being properly monitored. So they knew it wasn't just going to come on and run for 10 or 12 hours because the system was going to say. So it was like a pass to allow for efficient watering. And I believe that's something that could be put into play more, with some of these districts to say, look, if you're using something technology wise, if you are aerating and top dressing with compost and putting more organic matter in the soil, all of these things like that will make a major impact on the overall use of the water that's going into the lawn.
Smart controllers like Rachio and Orbit Beehive adjust based on weather and soil. They skip unnecessary cycles and often qualify for rebates in cities like Denver and San Diego. But some Beehive users have reported app glitches and early device failures. No tech? Cities like Austin and Phoenix offer free irrigation audits. If your system is over 5 years old, they'll inspect for leaks, realign heads, and install drip kits or rain sensors at no cost. No audit? Do the can test. Place a few empty cans around your yard, run sprinklers for around 15 minutes, and compare water levels. If there's uneven fill, that's waste. And don't treat all systems equally. Spray heads deliver water fast, but waste the most. Lost to wind evaporation or concrete. Rotors are nice on slopes, and they handle wind better. Drip irrigation targets plant roots directly, reducing evaporation by up to 90%. Pair that with soil moisture sensors or rain shutoff devices, and you'll only water when it matters. These devices are cheap, easy to install, and often fully covered by utility rebates. One more, rain barrels capture runoff. And in places like California or Colorado, rebates can cover the cost, sometimes even the barrel. You can also reuse gray water from laundry or sinks for outdoor irrigation with basic diverter systems. In Colorado, that used to be tricky. But starting January 2026, gray water systems are allowed in all new homes, unless a local ban says otherwise. Even your rinse cycle can water the garden. Next, the yard. Underground leaks can go undetected for months. In summer, lawn watering can make up more than half or your entire water use. And the price? A 5,000 square feet lawn needs over 3,000 gallons a week. That's from $125 up to $375 per month in hot, dry areas, depending on your local water rates. But grass isn't your only option. Swapping just 500 square feet for native or drought-tolerant plants can save over 27,000 gallons a year and earn you up to $3,500 in rebates. One homeowner went all in, removed turf, installed drip irrigation, and planted drought-resistant greenery. And the reward? $13,000 in rebates. 4 for the front yard, 9 for the back. He did the labor himself, and his $400 water bill is now just $100 a month. In hot, dry zones like 9 and 10, that's Las Vegas or Phoenix, cities offer up to $3 per square foot to replace turf. In Riverside, that number jumps to $7. And switching isn't just smart, in some places it's the law. Nevada is phasing out decorative grass by 2027. In California, overwatering could land you a $500 fine. Plants like agave, lantana, red yucca, or desert marigold thrive in dry zones and often qualify under rebate programs. Just make sure they match your region's plant zone to stay eligible. Many programs even help you get started with free design templates, mulch delivery, or native plant consultations. And drip irrigation, usually required. It gets water straight to the roots, reduces evaporation, and it helps your plants actually thrive. It's not just a trend. In more and more cities, it's becoming the new normal. One uncovered pool, that's 12 to 30,000 gallons a year, gone, vanishing into thin air. Pools naturally lose some water, splashing, filter cycles, but for one Reddit user, that loss wasn't normal. He was refilling his pool every 2 weeks, unaware that nighttime evaporation was draining thousands of gallons. And the fix? A simple pool cover. The EPA says it can cut evaporation by up to 95%. Covers range from $50 to $200. And cities like Burbank, Sacramento, and Austin offer rebates just for installing one. You can go further. Lowering the water line by just a few inches reduces splash out and overflow. And switching to an Energy Star certified pool pump saves both water and electricity, often with rebate support. Got a backyard pool? We've got a full video on setup tips, common mistakes, and real user stories on what actually works. From a simple pool cover to a smarter sprinkler, all these small improvements have one single goal: to stop waste before it starts. No major lifestyle shift, just better choices that save water and lower your bills. Because a beautiful yard shouldn't come with surprise costs or hidden leaks. If this video was helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.